What if there is a hidden door in the universe? A gate that connects your mind to something bigger than reality. Today, we are going to explore a powerful idea behind the celestial gate, a concept that can change how you see yourself, your thoughts, and your future. The celestial gate is not just a fantasy idea. It can be understood as a symbol of inner transformation. Many people believe that inside every human there is a deep space of power, creativity, and awareness. But most of us never open that gate. Why? Because we are busy, distracted, or simply unaware. In this video, we will explore how this gate works, why it matters, and how you can begin to unlock it in your own life. Every human mind has layers, and most people live only on the surface layer, where daily thoughts, worries, and routines control everything. But deeper inside, there is a quiet and powerful space where real understanding begins. And this is what many thinkers describe as a gate to higher awareness, not a physical gate, but a mental and emotional shift that allows you to see life in a new way. When you start to question your habits, your fears, and your beliefs, you slowly move closer to this inner space. For example, when you sit in silence and observe your thoughts without reacting, you may notice that your mind is always busy, always talking. But behind that noise, there is something calm and stable. And this calm state is where clarity begins. People who learn to access this state often feel more focused, less stressed, and more connected to their purpose. This idea is supported by modern psychology as well, where practices like mindfulness and deep focus are shown to improve mental health and decision-making. In simple words, opening this gate means taking control of your attention and becoming aware of your inner world instead of being controlled by it. And this is not something that happens in one day. It is a process that Arabic Caliph, Arabic Jim patience and practice. Small actions like reducing distractions, reading meaningful content, and thinking deeply about your experiences can slowly guide you toward this state. Many successful people, from scientists to artists, have spoken about moments where they felt connected to something bigger, where ideas came naturally and clearly. And this is not magic. It is the result of training the mind to reach a deeper level of thinking. So when we talk about the celestial gate, we are really talking about your potential to grow beyond your limits, to understand yourself better, and to see opportunities where others see problems. It is about becoming more aware, more present, and more intentional in your life. And the surprising truth is that this gate is not far away. It is already inside you, waiting for you to notice it and begin the journey. One of the biggest challenges in reaching this deeper level of mind is distraction, because modern life is full of noise, from social media to constant notifications. And this noise keeps your attention on the surface, making it difficult to go deeper into your thoughts. When your mind is always busy with outside information, it has no time to reflect or understand what is really important. This is why many people feel lost or confused even when they have access to so much knowledge. Because information is not the same as understanding. To move closer to this inner gate, you need to create moments of silence and focus in your daily life. For example, turning off your phone for a short time, walking alone without music, or simply sitting quietly and thinking about your goals. These small actions may seem simple, but they are very powerful because they train your brain to slow down and become more aware. Research in psychology shows that when people reduce distractions, their brain becomes more creative and better at solving problems. This means that silence is not empty. It is full of ideas and clarity. Also, when you give yourself time to think, you start to notice patterns in your behavior, like habits that help you grow or habits that hold you back. And this awareness is the first step to change. Many successful people follow this idea by creating daily routines where they disconnect from the world and reconnect with themselves. They understand that real progress does not come from doing more, but from thinking better. So if you want to move forward and unlock your potential, you must protect your attention like something valuable, because your attention shapes your reality. What you focus on grows stronger in your mind. And over time, this focus creates your decisions, your actions, and your future. So learning how to control your attention is not just a skill. It is a key part of opening that inner gate and living a more meaningful life. Another important idea is that opening this inner gate is closely connected to courage, because when you start to look deeper into yourself, you may face uncomfortable truths, such as your fears, your mistakes, or the limits you have accepted for a long time. And many people avoid this process because it is not easy. It requires honesty and strength. But this is also where real growth happens. When you accept your weaknesses, you gain the power to change them. For example, if you realize that fear is stopping you from trying new things, you can slowly begin to take small steps outside your comfort zone, and each small step builds confidence over time. What once felt impossible becomes normal. This is how transformation works, not in one big moment, but through many small actions. Also, courage is not only about facing fear. It is also about believing in your ability to grow. Even when you are not sure of the result, this mindset is very important, because it allows you to keep moving forward even when things are uncertain. Many studies in personal development show that people who believe they can improve are more likely to succeed than those who think their abilities are fixed. This is called a growth mindset, and it is a powerful tool for unlocking your potential. When you combine awareness, focus, and courage, you begin to see changes in how you think and act. You become more intentional, more confident, and more open to new possibilities. And this is the real meaning behind the Celestial Gate. It is not something mystical or far away. It is a process of becoming a stronger and more aware version of yourself. So instead of waiting for change, you become the one who creates it, step by step, day by day. And in this journey, you discover that the greatest power you have is not outside, but within you. Another powerful part of this journey is learning how to control your emotions, because your emotions can either guide you forward or hold you back. Many people think emotions are something they cannot change, but in reality, emotions are connected to your thoughts and your interpretation of situations. For example, two people can face the same problem, but one feels stress and fear while the other feels challenge and motivation. The difference is not the situation, but how they see it. When you begin to understand this, you realize that you have more control than you thought. Opening this inner gate means becoming aware of your emotional reactions and learning how to manage them in a healthy way. Instead of reacting immediately, you can pause, think, and choose a better response. This simple habit can change many areas of your life, from relationships to work decisions. Studies in emotional intelligence show that people who manage their emotions well are more successful and have stronger connections with others, because they do not let temporary feelings control long-term decisions. Also, when you understand your emotions, you can use them as signals. For example, feeling uncomfortable can show you that you are growing, and feeling fear can show you that something is important to you. Instead of avoiding these emotions, you can learn from them. This creates a stronger and more balanced mindset. Over time, you become calmer, more focused, and more confident in difficult situations. And this is a clear sign that you are moving closer to that deeper level of awareness, because true strength is not about ignoring emotions, but about understanding and directing them in a positive way. When your emotions and thoughts work together, your actions become more powerful and meaningful. And this is how you start to create real change in your life from the inside out. Consistency is another key part of this process, because real change does not come from one moment of motivation. It comes from repeated actions over time. Many people feel inspired for a short time, but then they return to old habits, and this is why they do not see real results. Opening this inner gate requires patience and daily effort. Even small actions can create big results if they are repeated regularly. For example, reading a few pages every day, practicing focus for a few minutes, or reflecting on your day before sleeping. These simple habits may not feel powerful at first, but over weeks and months, they build a strong foundation for growth. Science supports this idea, showing that habits shape the brain and create long-term changes in behavior. When you repeat an action, your brain becomes more efficient at it, and it starts to feel natural. This means that positive habits can become part of your identity, not something you force yourself to do. but something you naturally choose. Also, consistency helps you stay connected to your goals, even when motivation is low, because you are not depending on feelings. You are following a system. This is very important because feelings can change quickly, but systems create stability. Many successful people focus more on their daily habits than on big goals, because they understand that small steps lead to big achievements. So, if you want to unlock your full potential, you need to build routines that support your growth and protect them from distractions and negative influences. Over time, these routines will shape your mindset, your actions, and your results, and you will begin to see clear progress, not just in what you do, but in who you become. This is the real power of consistency. It turns effort into transformation. Finally, one of the most important realizations in this journey is understanding your purpose, because when you have a clear sense of direction, your actions become more meaningful and focused. Many people feel lost because they do not know why they are doing what they do. They follow routines without thinking about their deeper goals. But when you begin to explore your inner world, you start to ask important questions, like what truly matters to you, what kind of life you want to build, and how you want to impact others. These questions may not have immediate answers, but the process of thinking about them is very powerful. It helps you connect your daily actions to a bigger vision, and this creates motivation that is stronger than temporary excitement. Purpose is not something you find in one moment. It is something you build over time through experience, learning, and reflection. Also, your purpose does not need to be something very big or dramatic. It can be simple, like improving yourself, helping others, or creating something valuable. What matters is that it feels real and meaningful to you. When you have this clarity, it becomes easier to make decisions, because you can ask yourself if something brings you closer to your purpose or not. This reduces confusion and increases confidence. Many studies show that people with a sense of purpose are more resilient, happier, and more satisfied with their lives, because they see challenges as part of their journey, not as obstacles that stop them. So when you open this inner gate, you are not just improving your mind, you are also discovering the direction of your life. And this is what makes the journey truly powerful, because you are not only changing how you think, but also how you live, and step by step, you move closer to a life that is more clear, more intentional, and more meaningful. Another deep part of this journey is learning how to deal with failure in a new way, because most people see failure as something negative, something that stops them or shows that they are not good enough. But in reality, failure is one of the most powerful tools for growth. When you open your mind and look deeper, you begin to understand that every mistake carries a lesson, and every lesson helps you improve. The problem is not failure itself, but how people react to it. Many people stop trying after one bad experience, and they create a belief that they cannot succeed. But this belief is not based on truth. It is based on fear and limited thinking. When you change your perspective, failure becomes feedback. It becomes information that shows you what works and what does not. For example, if you try something and it does not work, instead of saying, "I failed," you can ask, "What can I learn from this?" And this simple change in thinking creates a big difference. It keeps you moving forward instead of stopping. Many successful people have failed many times before reaching their goals, but they did not see failure as the end. They saw it as part of the process. And this mindset is very important if you want to grow. Also, when you accept failure as normal, you reduce fear. And when fear becomes smaller, your actions become stronger. You start to take more risks, try new ideas, and explore new paths, and this is how real progress happens, step by step. With learning and adjustment, not with perfection. Also, failure helps you build resilience, which means the ability to continue even when things are difficult. And this quality is one of the most important for long-term success, because life is not always easy. There will always be challenges. But if you have the strength to continue, you will always have a chance to improve. So instead of avoiding failure, you can welcome it as a teacher, something that guides you toward better decisions and stronger results. And when you reach this level of understanding, you are no longer controlled by fear. You become more confident, more open, and more ready to grow. And this is another sign that you are getting closer to unlocking your full potential and living with purpose and clarity. In the end, the most powerful truth about this journey is that everything begins with awareness, because without awareness, no change is possible. Many people live their lives on autopilot, repeating the same habits, the same thoughts, and the same reactions every day, without questioning if these patterns are helping them or limiting them. But when you become aware, you start to see things clearly. You notice your thoughts, your behaviors, and your choices, and this awareness gives you the power to change them. It is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, everything becomes visible, and you can decide what to keep and what to improve. Awareness also helps you stay present, which means focusing on the current moment instead of always thinking about the past or worrying about the future. And this is very important because real life happens in the present. When you are fully present, you can make better decisions, build stronger connections, and experience life more deeply. Also, awareness helps you understand yourself better, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your goals. And this self-understanding is the foundation of personal growth, because you cannot improve something that you do not understand. Many practices like mindfulness, journaling, and deep thinking are powerful tools to increase awareness, and they are simple to start. You do not need anything special, just time and attention. Over time, as your awareness grows, your life begins to change. Not in a sudden or dramatic way, but in a steady and meaningful direction. You become more intentional, more focused, and more aligned with your purpose. And this is the real meaning of opening that inner gate. It is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming the best version of who you already are, with clarity, confidence, and control over your mind and your actions. And when you reach this level, you realize that the power you were searching for was always inside you, waiting for you to see it. Understand it and use it in the right way. At this stage of the journey, one of the most important things to understand is the power of your environment, because the people around you, the content you consume, and the space you live in all have a strong effect on how you think and act. Many people try to change their life but stay in the same environment, with the same habits, the same negative influences, and the same distractions. And this makes growth very difficult, because your environment silently shapes your mindset every day. For example, if you spend time with people who complain, avoid responsibility, or think negatively, it becomes easy for you to adopt the same patterns without noticing. But if you are around people who are focused, positive, and growth-oriented, you begin to think differently, you feel more motivated, and you start to see new possibilities. This is why choosing the right environment is not a small decision. It is a powerful step toward opening your inner potential. Also, your digital environment is just as important. What you watch, read, and listen to every day feeds your mind, and over time, it builds your beliefs and your perspective on life. If you constantly consume negative or meaningless content, your mind becomes tired and distracted. But if you choose content that is educational, inspiring, and thoughtful, your mind becomes stronger and more focused. Another important part of your environment is your physical space. A clean and organized space can help you think clearly and feel calm, while a messy and chaotic space can increase stress and reduce focus. Small changes like organizing your desk, adding light, or creating a quiet place for thinking can have a big effect on your mental state. Also, creating boundaries is important. This means protecting your time and energy from things that do not support your growth. Sometimes this may include limiting time with certain people or saying no to activities that distract you from your goals. And while this may feel difficult at first, it becomes easier when you understand that your environment is directly connected to your future. When you take control of your surroundings, you make it easier for yourself to succeed. Instead of fighting against negative influences, you create a space that supports your progress. And this is a smart and effective way to grow. So when you think about unlocking your full potential, do not only look inside yourself, also look around you, because your environment can either slow you down or push you forward. And when you align your environment with your goals, you create a powerful system that helps you move forward with more clarity, more energy, and more confidence every single day. As you move deeper into this journey, one powerful idea becomes clear, and that is the importance of discipline, because while motivation can help you start, it is discipline that helps you continue. Many people wait to feel ready or inspired before they take action, but the truth is that motivation is not always there. Some days you feel strong and focused, but other days you feel tired, distracted, or unsure. And if you only act when you feel motivated, your progress will always be inconsistent. This is where discipline becomes important, because discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. It is the ability to stay committed to your goals regardless of your emotions, and this is a skill that can be trained over time. It does not appear suddenly. It is built through small daily actions. For example, waking up at a certain time, completing your tasks, or practicing focus even when it is difficult. These actions may seem simple, but they strengthen your ability to control your behavior, and over time, this control becomes part of your identity. Also, discipline creates trust in yourself, because when you keep your promises to yourself, you begin to believe in your ability to follow through, and this confidence is very powerful. It allows you to take on bigger challenges without fear. Another important aspect of discipline is that it reduces decision fatigue, because when you have clear routines and systems, you do not need to think too much about what to do next. Your actions become automatic, and this saves mental energy for more important decisions. Research in psychology shows that people with strong habits and routines are more productive and less stressed, because they remove unnecessary choices from their daily life. Also, discipline helps you stay focused on long-term goals instead of short-term comfort, because many distractions offer immediate pleasure but no real value, and without discipline, it is easy to fall into these patterns. But when you train your mind to focus on what truly matters, you begin to make better decisions, even when it is difficult, and this is a clear sign of growth. Discipline is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. Even if you make mistakes, you return to your path and continue. And over time, this creates strong momentum. So when you think about unlocking your inner gate, remember that discipline is one of the strongest tools you have, because it turns your intentions into actions and your actions into results. And with enough time and effort, it shapes your life into something more focused, more meaningful, and more aligned with your true potential. At the final level of this journey, one of the most important realizations is learning how to trust the process of growth, because many people start strong but lose patience when they do not see fast results. They expect change to happen quickly, and when it does not, they feel frustrated and stop trying. But real transformation does not work like that. It is slow, steady, and often invisible at the beginning, like a seed growing under the ground before it becomes a tree. You may not see progress every day, but that does not mean nothing is happening. Every small effort, every moment of awareness, every disciplined action is building something deeper inside you. And over time, these small changes come together and create a powerful result. Trusting the process means continuing even when you feel unsure. It means believing that your efforts will lead somewhere meaningful. Even if you cannot see it yet, this mindset is very important, because it gives you the strength to stay consistent. Also, when you trust the process, you reduce stress and pressure, because you are not focused only on the final result. You begin to value the journey itself. You start to enjoy learning, improving, and becoming better each day, and this creates a more positive and sustainable way of living. Many successful people talk about this idea. They explain that their biggest progress did not come from one big moment, but from long periods of consistent effort without immediate reward. This is what builds true strength. Also, trusting the process helps you stay flexible, because not everything will go as planned. Sometimes you will face delays, mistakes, or unexpected challenges. But instead of seeing these as failures, you begin to see them as part of the journey, something that teaches you and makes you stronger. This creates resilience and patience, which are essential for long-term success. So when you feel like giving up, remember that progress is not always visible, and growth takes time. Stay focused, stay consistent, and trust that each step is moving you forward. Because in the end, The journey itself is what shapes you into a stronger, wiser, and more aware person. And this is the true meaning of unlocking your full potential. So now you understand that the celestial gate is not something far away or impossible to reach. It is a journey inside yourself, a path of awareness, discipline, courage, and growth, step by step. You are building a stronger mind, a clearer vision, and a more meaningful life. But the most important question is this: what will you do next? Because knowledge alone does not change your life. Action does. Even a small step today can create a big difference tomorrow. So take a moment. Think about one idea from this video and start applying it in your daily life. Do not wait for the perfect time. Start now. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Daily English Audio. Because we are here to help you grow, think deeper, and improve your life through simple and powerful ideas. And remember, your potential is already inside you. You just need to unlock it. Stay focused, stay consistent, and we will see you in the next video.